So let's take a little trip into the near future, shall we? We're going to look ahead to 2026 and really unpack the huge technological shifts that are completely transforming the global supply chain. We're talking about how it's going from this fragile, easily broken network to something intelligent, something adaptive. I mean, we've all been there, right? You're waiting for a package and the tracking just stops. Or you go to the store for that one thing you need and the shelf is just empty. It's so frustrating. But these aren't just random little accidents. They're symptoms of a massive global system that's under some serious stress. And we're going to break down exactly why that is. Here's the thing. The old way of doing things, where supply chains were predictable and stable, that's just gone. It's over. Disruptions, volatility, that's the new normal now. So to even survive, let alone succeed, companies need technology that does more than just react. It has to see problems coming, make smart decisions, and act on them fast. Okay, so before we get into all the cool, flashy stuff like AI and robots, we have to talk about the foundation. Because without this one piece, none of the other amazing tech can even work. It's the bedrock that everything else is built on. And that, of course, is data. This slide just lays it all out so clearly. The old way, you had information trapped in all these different separate systems, silos, right? And maybe it got updated once a day, overnight. The new way, the 2026 way, is a completely connected ecosystem where information you can actually trust flows in real time. It's a totally different philosophy. And this is where a really crucial term comes in, data engineering. Now, don't let the name intimidate you. Just think of it like the plumbing for a modern supply chain. It's all the work that happens behind the scenes to make sure every single system, whether it's for analytics or AI, is getting clean, reliable, and trustworthy information to work with. So what does this actually look like? Well, a winning data strategy in 2026 connects everybody, your suppliers, your partners, your customers, all into one network. It's using cloud platforms so data can move around freely but also securely. And that last part is critical. You have to have rock-solid security and governance, because when everything's connected, the responsibility gets that much bigger. All right, so once you have that solid data foundation in place, now we can start building the brains of the operation. We're talking about systems that don't just follow a list of instructions, but can actually think, predict, and act on their own. We're moving way beyond simple automation here. We're talking about something called Agentic AI. These are AI systems that can handle really complex, multi-step jobs by themselves. They can plan things out, adapt when something unexpected happens, and even collaborate with other systems, all without a person having to step in every 2 seconds. This is huge. It's not just about being more efficient. It's about creating whole new ways of doing business where the supply chain itself is actively solving problems. And this is where it gets really exciting. Imagine there's a big storm and it delays a shipment. An intelligence system doesn't just send you an alert. No, it automatically reroutes the shipment, figures out the best new path, and updates everyone who needs to know. Or inside a warehouse, it's coordinating robots and smart sensors to make everything run smoother in real time. It's all about solving problems before they become disasters and letting people focus on the big strategic picture, not constantly putting out fires. But here's a key point. Not all AI is the same. You can't just take a general AI, like the kind you might chat with online, and expect it to understand the super specific language of logistics. That's where these domain-specific models come in. They are trained specifically on the language and the complex rules of the supply chain world, which makes them way more accurate and reliable for these kinds of tasks. And I mean, the proof is right here in the numbers. For something like predicting demand or figuring out supplier risk, a general AI might be right maybe 65% of the time. That's not great. But a specialized domain-specific AI, you're looking at 90% accuracy, maybe even higher. In an industry where every little bit counts, that difference is absolutely massive. It's a game changer. This really gets to the heart of the evolution we're seeing. For years, AI was all about prediction. It was about asking the machine what might happen. By 2026, the whole focus shifts to prescription. The AI won't just tell you there might be a problem, it will recommend the best thing you should do about it right now. Now, having perfect data and a super smart AI brain is fantastic, but they need the right kind of skeleton to support them. The actual technology framework of the supply chain has to be built for change, not for staying the same. And honestly, this is the best possible way to think about it. Old tech systems were like pouring concrete. It was this huge, expensive, one-time project, and once it was set, it was practically impossible to change. The new model? It's like building with Legos. It's modular. You can swap pieces out, add new capabilities, and completely rebuild it as your business needs to change.
The advantage here is just so obvious. You're not locked into one giant, clunky system from a single vendor anymore. You could pick the absolute best tool for every single job. The best for warehousing, the best for transportation, the best for planning, and then connect them all together seamlessly. This makes you so much faster, way more flexible, and always ready to innovate.
And the decisions these systems have to make are getting a lot more complicated. It used to be a pretty simple trade-off between cost and speed. That was it. But now you have to factor in emissions and resilience. Every single decision is a balancing act between all four of these things.
And this quote just nails it. Customers are demanding it, regulators are requiring it, sustainability and resilience are now core parts of the business. You can't treat them like some little side project or an afterthought anymore. They have to be baked into every single operational decision you make, every single day.
Okay, so we've covered the what and the why. We see what the future looks like. Now let's bring it all home and talk about the how. How do you actually get from here to there? Let's look at a roadmap. Here it is, a really clear 5-step strategy. It all starts with being honest about where you are right now. Find the real bottlenecks, the real data gaps. Then, focus on the things that are going to give you the biggest bang for your buck first. After that, you build your plan in small, manageable, modular pieces. No more of those giant, scary multi-year projects. And crucially, you have to measure what matters, track those real business outcomes, and get your people ready for these new tools and new ways of working, because the tech is only half the battle. At the end of the day, the technology and the strategies we've just talked about, they aren't science fiction. They are here right now. So the real question every business leader has to ask themselves is this: is your supply chain designed to fight yesterday's battles, or is it truly being built to win the future?